Okay, now we're going to show you how to install our panels. These panels are compatible with Milwaukee Packout organizers. They are different in the rear of the bed versus the front of the bed. In the rear here, you are limited to 2 of the half panels only, one of which will sit vertically, the other horizontally over the wheel well here. In the front of the bed, you have a lot more room between each wheel well, so you can fit the full panel that fits all the full-size organizers right back here with room to spare. We get asked sometimes why we don't have the full panel for the rear of the bed. We really wanted to, but as you can see, this panel is even narrower than a full-size Packout is, and it doesn't fit above the wheel well. It would be too high. It would interfere with the bed rail, tonneau covers, all of that. In order to get this to work, it would have to sit out fully into your bed. It protrudes too far. It's very impractical. So we did the best we could and made an orientation with 2 halves to fit here to get you just as much storage space, just with 2 half boxes. So we'll run through this install and show you how it works. Okay, to begin, we'll start with the vertical panel here. You want to start by prepping this. Go ahead and flip it over. Take 2 of the rubber isolators, remove one of the nuts, but leave the other one on there. Go ahead and put it through these outer holes here. Now you just want to thread this nut to the other side. You put it underneath. Go ahead and thread that into place. You'll put it down as far as it'll go, but there's no need to fully tighten it yet. Leave it loose and we'll adjust it later when it's on the truck. Repeat for this other side here. Now this one is prepped and ready to install. Your next panel will install horizontally. That's just to make room over the wheel well here, so it'll be positioned right about there. You want the keyhole facing down so it's still accessible. Moisture buildup won't get in there, etc. So we'll keep it that way. So to prep this one with the keyhole facing down, you want to add the isolators in the same bottom hole, but top to bottom. You add one here, you add one here. Same thing. Take the nut, thread that into place, but don't tighten. Now both are prepped and ready to add to the rail. Each panel installs using our track nuts. These can also be bought separately to install universal accessories or whatever you can imagine. These just go right in the cutout in the rail. And then when you add a bolt, you can tighten anything to the face, not only these panels, but the universal accessories as well. You can add a variety of long handle tool holders, plenty of things. So options are pretty much unlimited, but for this case, we'll just show you how they work with the panels. So it comes with 4. You'll add the 2 over here for the vertical and these here for the horizontal. One will go on the back side of the cutout. This other one will go up here. Go ahead and space your vertical ones and just estimate where it goes for now. We'll start with the vertical. You'll prep your bolts, 1-inch bolts, put the washer over top, and then you just want to add these to the hole at the top. Easy trick I like to do is a shallow socket with an extension or an adapter, just so it'll hold it into place. If you put it in, you have a little more leverage here to get it through the hole. With the end of the bolt sticking out there, you're able to rotate it. So you just put it up to the threads in the track nut. Go ahead and thread it into place. We'll do the same thing with the other bolt. You want to line up the second track nut about where this bolt hole is going to be. Go ahead and add it through this hole. Don't want to put it through yet so you can get it up here. Find your threads. Once you do, you just go ahead and thread it into place just like the other one there. And then we just keep it, make sure it's loose enough on the rail so we can move side to side where we need it. We'll go ahead and keep this loose for now. Now we'll go ahead and install the horizontal one. These are a little trickier, but it's still not bad. We can't use these hole cutouts in a socket because it installs using one of these middle holes that's somewhat covered. So you just want to line it up and see which hole you're going to use. You want to keep this end as close to the wheel well as you can. So it looks like we're going to use this hole here, which is the second one down from the top. So now that we have the hole chosen, we'll put the bolt hole through. Instead of the socket, we'll just use our fingers, find the track nut, go ahead and thread it into place. Same hole, opposite side. See where that's at compared to the track nut. Go ahead and line it up as best you can. Put the bolt through, same thing, hand thread. Make sure you just keep it loose enough so you can move it around a little bit. So Milwaukee has two of the compact Packouts, one of which has this handle up top which doesn't fold down. It has the larger compact where the handle does fold down. So this one has less height. So you just want to grab whichever you intend on using with these and make sure that they're going to fit before you tighten them down. You can space these as much as you need to make room. As you can see, if you use the one with the handle on the horizontal here, you'll want it put back a little more. But you can always use this one on the vertical just in case, and there's still plenty of room. These foldable handle designs work pretty well on either with minimal spacing between them. You just want to add, remove, make sure you have enough room for what you're going to do. Now we're just going to go ahead and tighten these up. They're 13mm bolts each. For the vertical one, I'm going to use an impact, but if you do the same, just be smart about it, govern it down, don't over torque them. 20 foot-pounds max, it's probably best to just use a ratchet, but I'm going to stick with what I know and use this. So just get a little torque on each. Nothing crazy. Make sure it's tensioned up pretty well. It'll be more firm once we fix these isolators. For the horizontal panel, we don't have a space for a socket, so you're going to be using a wrench, but fortunately they don't take too long to tighten. You just want to make sure first that they are hand threaded as far as they can be. Save you some time turning the wrench. And when they are, just use your wrench, go behind, righty-tighty. Just go ahead and snug them up. Shouldn't take too many turns. And for the front, same thing. Now it's tight to the rail. Now we're just going to tighten up these isolators. As you can see, they'll be a little loose. It wouldn't affect much, but we just want to make sure they're as snug as they possibly can be. You don't want to hear any rattling or anything like that. So using your socket, you just take this front nut out a little bit. And then the nut that's on the rear here is the one that you're going to use to adjust the force. You swap out in between them just until it feels firm. It's kind of a combination game playing between each nut here. Once you feel that it's firm, I'll use the socket and impact, socket and ratchet, whatever you have, doesn't matter. You just want to hold this rear nut with the wrench and tighten the front. Same thing for the opposite side. And it's about as firm as it's going to get. You're not going to hear any rattling. The rubber isolator takes care of any vibrations, rattles, things like that. And it's good to go for the front vertical. Now you just want to repeat that process on this horizontal one. Same exact thing. You just want to back these out and make sure they're firm against the bedside. A little tedious, but not a difficult task. That one feels pretty firm. Move to the other. Same thing. That one feels firm as well. Hold the back nut. Tighten the front. Now it's as snug as can be. Now the fun part's just adding your Packouts. Adds just like any other Packout does on your stack. Pops right into place. All of our panels do come with our locking bar. So if you want it locked for some theft prevention, keyhole here, locking bar in place, then they can't be removed until you unlock it. And they pop right out. Load all your gear in the garage, bring it to the truck, pop it on, and remove when you don't. Full panels here only fit on this rail in the front of the bed. Mock it up just like that. So we'll begin by flipping it over and prepping the isolators. We'll take each one and go ahead and use these outer ones here. Thread them into place. We're going to thread them all the way in until the bolt hits the front of the panel. Repeat for this outer one. Those are in all the way. We're just going to make sure that these nuts are loose because we'll adjust it after it's put on the rail. These install right to our track nuts. Put the track nuts in the rail cutout. Move them down. You can guess the spacing at first. And now we can mock it up. Make sure it's close to where you need. Prep each 1-inch bolt by adding a washer to it. Once the track nuts are in place, we can add the panel to them. You have 2 holes on each side of the panel. We just used the outer ones. These are used on a couple different trucks, so there's some things to avoid, so we just gave multiple options. You could use the inners if you want to, doesn't really matter, but we're going to stick with the outers. So you put your bolt and washer through the outer hole. I like to take a shallow socket and an extension or an adapter just to use to thread them into place. It's a little tight in there without it. So once you have that set up, you're just going to mock it right up to the track nut and just go ahead and thread it in. You want to lift the panel first, check where the track nut's going to be, try to get it as close as possible. Put your bolt through the outer hole. Adjust the track nut as best you can. Once it's in place, same thing, you're just going to thread it in. And we left these loose for now just so you can make sure it's about centered. You just want to make sure it's centered between this wheel well and this tie down anchor here, so you have plenty of room to add and remove the pack out. Once you're comfortable with it, you don't need to measure anything. It's nothing too detailed. You can just eyeball it. But once that's in place, we're just going to go ahead and tighten these upper bolts. It's a 13 millimeter. No need to go crazy with the torque. About 20 foot-pounds will do. And there you have it. It's attached snug to the rail. Prevent any vibrations or movement, we just make sure that these isolators are snug here. As you can see, the length is variable because over here you have the bed wall protruding out further than this indent on the left side here. So this one is about close to as snug as you can get. Take it out a little bit till it feels pretty firm. Do the same on the other side. Go ahead, loosen it until it's firm up against the bedside here too. Then when the panel feels nice and firm at the bottom, you take these nuts and thread them back to the rear face of the panel on both sides. And when they're there, you just want to tighten them up. So I'll put this in here so it's easier for you to see. You're just going to hold the isolator with your hand and then just make sure that these nuts are quite snug. We'll repeat for the other side. Now it's firm, not going anywhere. Now the full panels will fit any pack out within reason. Adds right to it just like it does when you add them to your stack. We have our locking bar here for some theft preventative measures. You can just lock that right into place. When you do, it prevents the pack out from being removed from the panel. So stop that grab and go theft. You can put a lock on the pack out itself to keep them from opening it. When you need to remove, unlock, pops right off as it should. And the full panels also can hold 2 of the compact organizers if you prefer. The locking bar will function the same with the halves instead of the fulls. Same thing, it'll lock both of them. You can unlock, pop them right off. Easy as that. The bar is pretty versatile. You can add 1 of the compact boxes and you can still lock it. As you can see, when it's in the lock position, the bar flips up. And when it's flipped up, it just jams the feet. so that it can't come out. So it blocks it, keeps it in place. All you need to do is unlock to flip it back down, and then you can pull it right out.